Welcome to Leo for Leos. This is a channel featuring intuitive tarot readings for the astrological sign of Leos, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I'm a Leo as well, so this is why the channel is called Leo for Leos. Cross-watchers and fellow readers are welcome. However, I do want to give you a heads up that I read the cards as I see them and not always the way it's traditionally done. So let's get started. I'm going to be using the Smith-Waite Tarot deck, the Centennial Edition, as I always do. Okay, and this reading is going to be for May 2022. May 2022. Okay, for my Leos. Leos, Leos, Leos. May 2022. How are Leos going to be doing in May 22? 2022. Okay. Leos, May 2022. Okay, now let's see. Okay, so we have first up the Knight of Pentacles, which is talking about a financial offer. Some people may actually be getting a gift of something financial. Could be like tax return. It could be a loan of some sort. Maybe the winning of a contest, some kind of prize to that degree, and then also an offer, like an actual offer, like a job offer or job change. That could be the case for a few of you. If you are job hunting at the moment, keep up the good work. Get your resumes out there and, put the hunt in overdrive because this is a good time for you. Okay, let's see. Okay. Wow. We're starting off with a lot of cards. Okay. All right. So this is reflecting more of like the last few months of like your struggle. Okay, to get to this kind of offering, to get from this to this. So it's been sort of the journey to get there. Yes, so there, for a lot of people, you feel abandoned and like things didn't work out like you planned. And that's what really this signifies. Like, you thought things were going to come out one way, and they turned out a totally different way. But that hasn't killed your spirit, because you're still looking forward to the future, still looking ahead, still seeing where you can maneuver. This card really looks terrible, but it's not always that as bad as it is. It's the best way that the cards know to explain to us a certain things. It's like having a limited language, and that's what that's the card that showed up to explain that one thing. So we're still looking forward, still trying to work your way into like a successful path. And you may even feel like you have reached some success, but we're you're always trying to grow and get better. This is talking about relationships, developing them, and trying to reach, maintaining the ones you have and reaching out to get more. But I think for a lot of people, they're having problems like managing them. Sometimes they feel overwhelming, like you have to deal with so much stuff with relationships that are not just like, hey, surface level stuff. There's like, well, you weren't really there for me for this thing, and I really need you to be there for my birthday, and I need you to do this for me. There's a lot of burden when it comes to friendships that some people may be feeling right now. And how does this affect this offer? It may be, some of you may be feeling limited, and just like there's too much going on. I just want to be untethered from one of these issues somehow. It may lead to a few days or maybe a day of like recouping, turning off your phone and not having anyone speak to you. For some people, it's longer than that. It's like full months of like, look, I don't want to talk to anybody for the next 3 months. And I personally can identify with that. I just need like no noise in my head, and I need to think and figure out what is going on. How can I make life better? Then it's this card, which is, this card can look like somebody stealing from you, which it doesn't indicate that here. It just really indicates maybe a desire to just pick oneself up and take what you have with you and leave, right? Take all that you can carry with you and move on to the next thing, or the next friend, or the next page in your life, the next chapter in your book. Like, I lost these guys. I call it cut your losses and just take what you can carry. So for some people, that's what they're thinking, like, okay, that didn't work, let's move on. And that is a very positive way of looking at this card, to be honest. And there may even be sort of like a social media message like, okay, don't contact me on for a few months because I just need some time to myself. Or it may be like, I am moving on. I am accepting the offer. I am taking the job. And then this is, of course, nurturing not only not just yourself, but your financial situation, developing that more and growing it. So, and that actually might mean for some people, actually being on the job, and it may require you to not just start a new job, but like start new friendships. And you may not have to end the old friendships, but they may be in, not explored as much. You might not be hanging out with those people as much as you did in the past. So temperance is about finding a good formula in life. It doesn't always mean that, but that's what it's reading to me here. Finding that formula that is going to work for you. Finding the work-life balance. Okay. Okay, there's that moving on to better pastures. Okay. Okay, wow, 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 wow. Pentacles, pentacles, pentacles. My Leos are just trying to get that money, the green dollars in your hands. Wow, if this couldn't be more clear, you know, what Leo's intentions are for May is like, hey, we got to get that money going. It's summertime. We want to have some, enjoy a little bit of it. So we need some money for exploring the summer. So yeah, so with the temperance, try to reach that holy grail back there, that ultimate happiness back there. And the biggest thing that Leo's patterns are going to teach them is like, hey, you want something, you got to go get it. You want, it's not gonna happen any other way. So go get what you want. So we've got the king, the Knight of Wands here, just going after what he wants, traveling if necessary, reaching out to people, networking, just putting the feelers out. May is a month of hustle for my Leos, definitely. And this is helping. This is the vehicle that's taking you to the better location. It's taking you to a better place, whether that's mentally, whether that's financially, or just making you feel like you're moving forward. This is called progress, right? These are the decisions that you make to get to the progress that you want. Okay, so Leos are going to be doing that. Here's the hustle. Working hard, got the head bent down, doing a hard work, getting it done, stacking up all your wins here, all your wins, all your little things here that you're getting done. This product is done. This product is done. This job is done. This task is done. We got this done. We got that done. That's what I'm talking about. Leos are getting things done. Then the Knight of Cups is the romantic notion, and it could be either made up in your head or in a real life sort of like offering, like, hey, someone sees your hard work and is like, hey, Leo, we like what you're doing over there. We'd like for you to, give us some of your energy. That you'd have to decide on for yourself, but whatever you do decide, again, it's part of this CEO energy, growing your career, growing your assets, growing your business, creating more income, and it even may be creating more diverse incomes or income streams. So yeah, Leos, you're serious about things this month in May, huh? I mean, you've been working on this all year, so this is where the hard work of the other prior months really start to pay off. Now, when you're doing good, that's when people, that's when the mind can kind of play tricks on you and say, hey, look, you're not doing as good as this person, but you haven't reached this status yet. Yep. And this is all mind games, okay? This is all mind games. Ooh. Okay, one more. Haha. Wow. Major Arcana's in here. Okay. So. Okay, so we got some interesting things happening here. Comparing yourself to other people. Bad, right? It's good in a way if you're going to use the knowledge that you get here to, like, grab little nuggets and put it into your own philosophy. Like, if you're going to grab a little something good here, a little tool here that this person used in order to polish up your stuff, fine. But if it becomes a comparison game, like they're doing better than I am. Haven't I reached the success that they have reached? That's where you can really get into trouble. This is where this card comes in. It's like, woe is me, I'm not good enough. I haven't, gotten there yet. I'm not as successful. There must be something wrong with me. That kind of negative thought. And I don't know if that excites you or if that gets you going, or maybe you just snap out of it. Whatever, something happens that Leos just decide, okay, forget it. I'm just going after it. I'm going after the thing that I want, and I'm not going to let anything get in my way. And I'm here to conquer. I'm here to conquer. I'm not here to compare. I'm here to conquer. And then that changes. That changes a lot of things. I've always used this for branding, and that's part of it. This is part of the branding. It could be, again, to do with like trying to organize a business. This can also be about creating a look that people can see. I mean, I always say the thing about the King of Swords is that he's larger than life. Everything looks very tiny next to him. Like the trees are so tiny, like he's huge. The perspective we're seeing him from is that he's larger than life. And so there's something about you that's fixing things so that way it's beautiful or pleasant or looking like it's perfect. It's branding. It's like that's all that I can think of is that it's branding, and this is a decision to do that. It's a definite decision to focus on your looks, whether it's your looks or if it's your branding or reorganizing your website. It's like it's definitely about doing that. Some of this is also law related, so you might be looking at the law and seeing how this can work for you. A bit of what you do may have to do with nostalgia and telling stories and connecting with people on their nostalgia. So that might be part of what this is. It may also, too, what I like these two together really says something like, it's like rebranding, like whatever it was in the past, you're kind of redefining what that looks like. And justice here really brings to me the confirmation that this has a legal component to it, that Leos are looking at the law and seeing how this applies to their business and to what it is that they're doing. And there's manifestation going on. We're trying to manifest something incredible here, and it stems from this looking and comparing other people's success, right? This is not a negative in this case. This is because we're looking at the things that people are doing, and then we're like, yep, that's how we want to do our thing. We have to find out how to legally do it correctly, and how can we duplicate their look, right? How can we get their aesthetic and their reputation, whatever it is, without stealing from them, but like doing the hard work, doing it legally, and that's exactly what's being managed. Rebranding, rebirth, rebranding. It could be for some people just getting a second chance. Like your friends all knew you one way, and now you're like, okay, I'm coming back, and I forgot what they call it when you're making a comeback. Leos are making a freaking comeback. That's what it is. Love that. Now, with that kind of thing, we're getting this incredible feeling of worry. Worried about what people are going to think. Worried about how people are going to take it. worried about the people who don't like you and what they're going to think and what they're going to say, and trying to, uh, you know, trying to figure that out. And, oh, the universe is saying, don't worry about that. Oh, yes. Okay, Leo's, this May could be, look, I thought April was really good, okay? Myself included. April wasn't bad. Still not even finished yet, but it wasn't bad. But this is really promising for change for a lot of Leos, and the subsequent months later, that are going to follow are going to kind of follow the same kind of route, if it is possible. So we've got the worrying, which is, this is humanly positive. This is what every human does, and we worry about stuff we can't change, or that we can't that we can't change. And here's the part. Leos have a way of finding self-satisfaction or a pleasure in things when other people are looking at everything negatively. So the thing is to find something. We don't, like, it doesn't matter what it is. Transform your energy. Transform your energy. And if you notice, these are both nines. They're both nines, but on like a completely different a different part of the spectrum as far as energies wise. This is like far, going to the far end, and this is for the far end on that side. This is a completely opposite thing. So yeah, Leos have to find something that makes them happy enough to feel satisfied about life, living, trying to get ahead, if that's something that's really important to you, trying to make a name for yourself, leaving a legacy, which is what we're working towards. And so that's really what it is. And we have this as a confirmation to keep your spirits bright, keep them positive. And then a lot of people are like, this is, keep staying positive is really tough when your life sucks. And I absolutely understand. I get it. That's why this card is here. Stay strong. Stay strong, Leos. Stay strong. There are enemies all around us, but also there are flowers all around us. The sun encompasses the sky. You can't get away from that beautiful sunlight on some days. Spring is here. Spring is coming. It is rapidly approaching summer, and so there are some things to be happy about, and Leos, use those things, as simple as they are, as simple as a flower, the beauty of a flower, the beauty of a little puppy, the beauty of a rainbow. Use whatever tools you can possible to stay strong and be happy. Stay strong and be happy. Love that message. Then we get down to business, okay? Which is, we have the Queen of Swords showing up, which means take no prisoners, show no mercy to negativity, okay? Show no mercy, okay? If something is not working out in your world, it needs to be edited out. And that is not about not looking at reality. The reality is creatable. Even the hellscape that sometimes a lot of us have to live has been created, even if it is by somebody else. Whatever is in your power to create a beautiful world for yourself, do that. Do that, which means, like, when you walk into your home, okay, make demands, turn off the news if it's like ridiculously negative all the time, put on some music, your favorite music, and dance. Like, do things that you love, even though, this is you can create that moment for yourself of happiness. So you can create some happiness. It's very difficult, it's very hard, but it takes a lot of strength. And some people may look at you and say, hey, you're crazy to be dancing, when you don't have everything that you should have. But hey, do it anyway. So this is about making decisions to make yourself happy. And it's about also to healing from some of the hurts. So like looking at a flower may make you just happy enough so that you can feel a little less of the pain of your past. Looking at a baby laugh, or looking at puppies play, it might help you to heal. So just think about things that make you happy, that can help you to heal and feel better about life, living, and so forth. So that way you can get to this legacy that you're creating. That it needs your positivity, your positive energy. Okay. Now, there is a creative period in May, too, that is going to require something that maybe a lot of people don't like doing, which is collaboration. Many of us like to do things on our own and very independent. I'm like this. I like to do things on my own. I don't like other people sticking their nose in stuff. I don't like, but sometimes collaborations are the things that will help you get to the next level. Okay, here's that independent card that you're fighting against. Okay, yeah, heartbreak. Doing everything alone. Oh boy. Love this. Love this. Oh my. Okay. So we're literally, the cards speak. Okay, they speak. So that creativity that you need to do. You're used to doing everything by yourself. You can still have the independence. I've been talking about this for months. Independence is great, but sometimes you need people in order to be independent. It sounds crazy, but it's true. But at the same time, understand where there are boundaries. Like there are boundaries of how much you can be independent and boundaries of how much you can collaborate with people. They don't need to collaborate with every inch of your life, but at least in this creative endeavor while you're building something, you may need someone, you may need to do some collaborations. That's what I'm hearing here, collaborations. May is the big month of that. The heartbreak here is talking about the past and doing everything alone. Like doing everything alone is like I said, it's going to come out the way you think you want it, but actually with the help of other people, it can have that polish. It has feedback, it has flavor, it has panache, it has something that you did not add to it or cannot add to it, because it exists in a special formula in somebody else's hands. It sounds crazy, but it is so necessary to do these collaborations. Now, the decision, there may be a truth that comes out of this, or something that you realize about yourself, something you realize about the process, something you realize about the formula that is really important in moving forward. And you may have to defend. Well, it looks like a project that really is got a little bit of controversy to it too. So you may have to defend yourself on what you're doing. and commit. There's a desire or a requirement to commit to this thing. Now look, don't commit to something if it doesn't really work and you're seeing that it's falling apart. If you believe in something very strongly, go on ahead and do it. But this is sort of a passion project too. It's not. This is something that you're defending as well. The Empress here is saying that it's giving birth to something brand new. And yeah, I mean, that is a good sign to see the Empress here. It's a good sign. It's good stuff. There's a small amount of controversy behind what you're doing, and you have to defend it. So you might be working with individuals that are not liked by the entire community. That's probably what that's saying, and you may have to defend them later. And even if so, just from another perspective, what you do with that individual is from a creative standpoint. You don't have to really defend that much. You could tell everybody to go kiss your butt. Because that's, as a creative, you don't really need, everybody wants people to have the same mindset as they do, and be ethical and all that, which is you can be, you definitely want to be ethical. But if you've done something with someone and later on they turn out to be a horrible individual, that is not your fault. You did not do anything wrong. You worked with someone who was creative, and you should not be punished for their terrible decisions. Okay, so just as an FYI, heads up, try to gauge the people that you collaborate with. But it looks like you're going to be dealing with multiple collaborators, so it might be hard to research every single person that you collaborate with. So Queen of Wands here is talking about doing things and getting things done and deciding to be happy, choosing happiness, making a decision, to be either, decision to reveal a secret, or to just go through the paces. Ooh, very interesting. Okay. Wow, 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 wow. Okay. Woo! The last part of May is just... mind you, this collaboration too could be an old collaboration coming back to say hello. Like, hey, remember that collaboration you did with that person? And it could be because you've come out with this new look, this revamped image. People are saying, yeah, but we didn't forget about this old thing. And you have to come out and say, well, look, I wasn't really involved in that. Okay, so here we have choosing to be happy, working on happiness, working on your future, growing a business, growing an idea, growing your legacy, having to make a choice between revealing a secret, okay, or just presenting as a queen, just putting on a good face and moving on. And there is a threat to, like, wreck things. That doesn't mean destroy your world, burn everything to the ground. No, it just is a sort of a glitch in the in the matrix. It's like, oh yeah, this happened, but it can make you feel a little uncomfortable. But you're ready for it. Look at that. You're ready for it. Leos are ready for. Oh my God, I love that. I actually love that. Like, yep, I'm ready. What? What, Leos are ready. There is sort of a death, like trying to get to, there's renewed, like, yeah, you're like, yeah, that was the past, and now let's move on to the future. And there is saying that maybe some people are gone and lost forever. You won't be able to revive them. You will not be able to bring them back to life again, and they are just going to be dead to you. Fine, bye. Hello, new world. Hello, new happiness. Hello, new prospects, new attitude, new everything. It's here. So this is a confirmation that Leos are on the right track. Good job, Leos. Good job. So yeah, basically stay strong, my Leos. I think this is going to be an epic month. Lots of highs and lows. Every single month has them, but it looks pretty good for my Leos. Well, I want to say thank you so very much for watching, supporting, and subscribing. If you haven't done so, please consider subscribing for Leo Intuitive Tarot readings. Be sure to hit the bell icon to be the very first to know when my next video gets posted. Many blessings to you, my awesome Leos! And remember, this channel is for you and you alone.